So what I want to share to you today is two different business models. The average blog business model and the business model I use that powers my blog. So one is obviously better than the other one. So let's begin with the average blog business model. This is what the average bloggers do when they try to monetize their blog. 90+% of the time, they will use a Google ad. So this is a Google ad right here. And this is a blog, talks about dogs, and Google will read the contents of the blog post, and it's smart enough to decide that this blog post is about a dog, so we're going to send some doggy ads. So it's targeted. Somebody clicks on it, Google gives you some money. That's basically 90+% of all bloggers, that's what they do. Allows them to concentrate on just blogging, and they let Google handle the advertising sales. The problem with this business model is what a 5-year-old friend here, says, I'm going to put Google ads on my blog and get rich, rich, rich. Then he checks his stats and finally he made 2 cents. It doesn't mean I have to get a job when I grow up. But so the average model is produce content, add Google ads. Most blogs do that. The problem with that business model is generally the ad rates are very, very low. There's a lot of competition. Google ads are everywhere. You'll be lucky if you can get $1 to $2 per 1,000 page views. And the average blog gets about 1,000, 2,000 page views a month. So you're making $1 to $2 a month, which isn't even enough for a cup of coffee. So unless you have scale, like you're the Huffington Post or you're Engadget, you need a lot of traffic to make money with a Google ad. You have no control over the content of your ads. Google has hundreds and thousands of advertisers, and while you can limit or eliminate 100 different advertisers, they have way too many. You can't eliminate them all. So there's a matter of content. Targeting is not perfect. Most of the time it's correct, but there are times when Google misread your content and serve the incorrect ad. And sometimes it can be very, very embarrassing and also very, very bad. Best case example would be Australian news magazine, news blog, wrote an article about a house fire where a 3-year-old baby died in a house fire. And the Google ad was an ad for Plexter, and the title said, "Burn, baby, burn." Yeah, right, so if you were the advertiser, you wouldn't like it. If you're the blogger, you definitely would not like that. But because the algorithm is not done by a human, it's done by a computer, this kind of stuff happens. Another example, I think, was another NBC news site writing about how too much coffee can reduce your life, something like that. And the ad was from Folgers. It says, the title says, "Enjoy that second cup." So, yeah. So But the main problem with a Google ad is when your reader clicks on it, they leave your blog. And when you're brand new and you're trying to build a readership, the last thing you want is your readers leaving your blog. It's very, very hard to build a readership that way. I mean, you spend all this time creating great content, trying to optimize it for the search engine and everything to get people to come to your blog, and then you have this Google ad blinking in the face and click me, click me, click me. They click, they're gone, and within 30 seconds, they'll forget who you are. So that's why most bloggers don't build any traction, can't build a readership, and they don't get big. So I want to show you my business model. And it's only 4 steps. 4 pretty simple steps. The first step is to capture the lead. Capture the reader that's coming to your blog. Instead of telling them to click on a Google ad, get them to subscribe to your blog, either by following you on Twitter, friending you on Facebook. Ideally, you want them to give you their email address. Because once I got the email address, they can go anywhere they want, because I have a way to contact them again. Once I get the email address, the next thing to do is to form the relationship. Now, ideally, the best way to form a relationship is just go to a meetup and meet someone face to face. Say, "Hi, how you doing? I'm John. Nice to meet you." Online, and if in my case, my blog gets 200 different leads every single day coming in, that's not practical. So I formed a relationship by using an email autoresponder, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. The email autoresponder is designed to do 3 things: establish a relationship, establish me as an authority on what it is I'm talking about, and lastly, recommend products and services to solve their problem. So those are the 4 steps, and that's all I do. Let's go over each step one at a time. Capturing a lead. Get the email address first and foremost. Stuff like RSS, Twitter, Facebook are good, but those actually serve as a porting role. Get the email address. The best way, the easiest way to get a lead or someone to opt into the email address is by offering some kind of free incentive. In my case, I offer a free ebook. Enter your name, I send you the ebook. Enter your name in email, send you the ebook. Works really, really great. And if I made one mistake when I first started, it was because I did not start my email list from day one. See, my blog was just a personal blog. It wasn't meant to make any money, so therefore I did not apply my usual internet marketing methods to it. So the email list started almost a year down the road. Had I started the list from day one, the list would be twice the size it is today, and conversely, the income would be twice as much. So it's a very expensive mistake. If your blog doesn't have an email list now, you need to get one. Okay. Because truly, the money is actually in the list. If you hear that saying all the time, internet marketers say the money's in the list, it is. All right. I use multiple methods to capture people's email address. When you first go to my blog, you'll see prominently displayed above the full, no scrolling, the free offer. Download my ebook, enter your name and email address, boom, always on display. But that's just one capture method. I use multiple capture methods because it's like advertising. The more they see it, the more they respond to it. So that's one. Another way I do it, first-time visitors that come to my blog, if they're first time, after about 10 seconds, the entire blog fades out. And then this box appears. And the only way to get rid of it is to hit this X. Extremely annoying, but it works. And because it's annoying, I cookie them so they only see it once a month. And I find that works out pretty good, but very, very high opt-in rate. Another way I do it is with a Facebook. This Facebook contest, this script is called Contest Domination at contestdomination.com. And this allows you to set up Facebook contests to get email opt-ins and get more likes to your Facebook page. So it's all automated. When they come to my page, there's one of those boxes that says, win an iPad. So first time they come, they just see this. It says, click like to continue. So they click like. That gives me a like. And once they click like, the box fades away. And they can say, win an iPad and access the blog on John Chow. Enter your name and email address here. They enter the name and email address. Now I capture the name and email address, and I got an extra like. So after they enter the name and email address, it gives them one earned entry. It asks them to confirm the email address. Once they confirm it, it gives them one confirm entry. And it has a viral element in it. Ask them to tell their friends, share it on Facebook, tweet it out, like it on LinkedIn, and they get additional 10 more entry. So it's a way for you to help it grow virally. So using this, it gives them also gives them their own little URL. So that's what they send out on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And of course, when their friends sign up, they get the same type of offer. So just in this case, I gave away an Apple iPad. And within 2 weeks, we were able to get about 3,000 opt-ins for the cost of an Apple iPad. And in my industry, an opt-in is worth about $1 a month to me. So I'm in the money with this kind of offer. And truth of the matter is, I want that iPad, so I just gave it away again. Yeah. So that's one way to do it. That's at contestdomination.com. It's a great little script. When someone goes to my blog, like I said, my biggest object is to try to get them to opt into my blog. But because there's so much information on there, there's banner ads, there's content, there's a whole bunch of stuff. The opt-in rate isn't as high as it could be So when I'm spending money on direct advertising, when I'm actually paying money to advertise on Facebook or Google, I never send them to my blog because there's too much information. What I always do is I send them to what's called a squeeze page. The squeeze page is designed just to do that, squeeze the email address out of the prospect. And these squeeze pages are created by a service called Lead Pages at leadpages.net. Allows you to create these pages within minutes, literally. It also allows you to split test. So these are two examples of two lead pages I created. They're both offering my ebook. And the reason I always split test, I always do two at a time so I can see which one is performing better. Right? So why don't you take a guess? Which one do you think gets more opt-in? This one, the professional looking one with the social proof of me being on Entrepreneur, New York Times, and the testimonial, or this one with the babe on the beach? So how many think this one performed better? No. The babe on the beach? Yeah. On the beach? All right. All right. So this one, 40% opt-in. So 40% of people landing on this page entered an email address. This one with the babe on the beach in the laptop, 60% opt-in. See, it doesn't matter how good your credentials are, you can't beat a babe on the beach. I've been trying really hard to try to beat this landing page, but so far, no avail. No avail, but I'm still trying. Right. This is my friend Amy Porterfield, and her strategy for getting people on her list is really, really smart. What she does is she leverages other people with big email lists. Like in her case, she has a product, and it's a Facebook product, she has a Facebook course. So what she does is she would contact other bloggers or other internet marketers who has very, very big lists. And in this case, she contacted me and said, I would like to do a webinar for your readership. Right? So she sets up this landing page for them to sign up for Amy Porterfield's webinar on Facebook marketing. So I would blast her webinar to my list. My readers would come and they would register for her webinar where she would teach them how to do Facebook, and then at the end of the webinar she would pitch them her Facebook product. And we divide the sales 50-50, so I get 50% commission. So this way I make money, she makes money, but she's also building her list at the same time. So that's how she does it, and she's making money while building her list. She's not spending money doing it, she's actually making money doing it. So that's one way. She just contacts other bloggers and just leverages other blogger. Other example she does is she would go to Facebook and search for Facebook groups. Like this is a Facebook group called Awareness Social Media, and you notice they have 33,000 members in this group. So what she would do is she would contact the group owners and just basically ask them, how are you monetizing your group? And 90% of the time they're gonna say, I don't. I started this group because I love social media. And they go, well, let's talk. I'd like to do a webinar for your group on Facebook, and you can post the webinar sign up on the wall. They go register, and we'll do the webinar, and we'll divide the money 50-50, and you can monetize your group, and you should be paid because you are the administrator, et cetera, et cetera. So that's how she does it. Another example, she'll go, here's a LinkedIn. LinkedIn groups are extremely big. This LinkedIn group right here, LinkedIn Facebook user group, 38,000 members. Again, she'll contact the owner, ask them how they're making money from it. So just think about what business you're in. Whatever niche you're in, you can find a Facebook group. Contact because most of the time, I bet you the owner is not making money from their group. You show them a way to monetize their group, you build your list, you make money, they both make money. So this is a fantastic way to build your list and make money at the same time.
Are you going to talk about how those lists actually translate to money? Where's the...
In a bit. We're just showing you how to build the list right now. All right, this way. This is a little more complex. I just want you to understand the concept of how this is done. Pre-pop. A pre-pop is it's short for pre-populated. And a pre-pop is an offer that you can get from most affiliate networks. And what it is, it's an email submit pre-poppable. Basically, the landing page you saw that on a few slides back ago, companies offer landing pages where you help them build their lists, right? So you send traffic to their page and you get them to submit their email address, and if you get someone to submit an email address, they give you $1 or $2. That's what it basically means. Pre-pop means that you can pre-populate the email address already. And it's designed for people with big mailing lists. Like if I wish to run a pre-pop offer, here's an example of a pre-pop offer right here. So this is get a free Louis Vuitton purse, enter your email, hit continue. If I wish to run this offer on my email list, I would send it to my list, and they click on it, they go to this page, but then their name, their email address would automatically be pre-populated into this field. And how it would do is the way it's set up that it will take the email address from my database and automatically pre-pops it in. Now that is great for people who have email lists, but what if you don't have a list? How can you use pre-pop to do this and still make money at it? So what we do is we set up a pre-squeeze page. So we set up this page, act now for your chance to get a free Louis Vuitton purse. And we give instruction on how to do it. Follow these 6 steps, enter your email here, click submit, choose your purse, click continue on the next page, fill out the information and blah, blah, enjoy your purse. So what we do is we send traffic to this page. They enter the email address. I capture the email address. Then what I do is once they click submit, I take that email address, I send them to this page, and I pre-pop the email to the offer. So now I tell them, when they click continue, I make $1, and I got the email address as well. Did that make any sense?
Yeah. Not okay. Purchase $300. How are they able to give that away?
The companies are able to do this, give you $1 to $2 per name. It's because they obviously make more than $1 to $2 per name.
Enough for a particular.
That's right. So obviously this company that pay you the $1 per name, they're going to take this name and they're going to market to them and sell them additional stuff to make more than $1 from it. So this is a way. Doing this method, my goal is not to make money. Like most affiliate marketers, they buy traffic, they send it to a landing page, and they hope they make more than they spend. By doing this, I'm just trying to break even. Because if I'm breaking even, I'm building my list for free. It won't cost me anything. And I have the names that I can market to. So I built a list. I got the list going. The next step is to establish the relationship. And I said the best way to establish a relationship, if you have to use an email service like Aweber, Constant Contact, and you take advantage of the autoresponder feature that's found in those email marketing systems. The autoresponder is just that. When someone subscribes to your list, it automatically sends out emails to them at a predetermined time. So when someone signs up to my list, they get the first email, says, welcome to johnchow.com. The next day, they get another email. The next day, they get another email, and so forth and so forth. These emails are designed to do those 3 things. Build a relationship, establish me as the name expert, or brand, the expert, and recommend products and services to solve their problem. And if these products and services make me money, all the better. So it's a shotgun approach. The third step about establishing your brand. And people love to buy from people they know, like, and trust. But they also like to buy from people who they consider an expert in their field. Luckily, it is possible to establish expert status without you being an expert. You see, how do you position yourself as the expert? You need to keep in mind that an expert is someone who knows one more thing than you. That's all an expert is. Like if I don't know how to do something, I don't know how to change the oil in my car, and you do, you're the expert on changing oil. So as long as you know one more thing than the other person, you're the expert. But there are ways to position yourself as the expert, and I got just a few general tips of what I do. I mean, number one is have a story to tell. You notice that my story, in the beginning, I show you my story. That is what relates to people. Numbers, facts, and stuff goes over people's head. But you have a compelling story. People will connect to you and relate to you. It's great for establishing a relationship. Have a story to tell. What's your story? Every one of you have a great story to tell. It's just a matter of putting it out there. You have a class at university. Hell, you don't actually have to be invited to university. Just go rent a university room, invite some people there, and give a speech. And now you get, hey, I spoke in a university. Add that to your about page. That's what Tim Ferriss did. Speak at a meetup. Hey. There you go, speak at a meetup. Hell, just come up here, hold a mic, have someone take a picture, put that in your about page. Hey. Branding is all about perception and assumptions. So, you can get, like in advertising, you cannot lie. But that doesn't mean you have to tell the truth either. And so, have someone interview you. The interviewer is perceived as an expert. And the fact that they're interviewing somebody, the expert status passes on to the interviewee. Did you know that you can be interviewed by Walter Cronkite if you want? Just pay him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just pay him. He has a studio in his house. You pay him his fee. You just give him the question. He'll sit down with you, set up the camera, and he'll ask you the question that you wrote down, and you now have an interview from Walter Cronkite that you can post on your blog, build your brand. Break a world record that nobody cares about. This one I got from Tim Ferriss, the 4-Hour Work Week. See, Tim holds a world record in tango spinning. Tango spin. He was world record holder for tango spin. And when I first heard that, I was thinking Michael Flatley, Lord of the Dance, the tap dancer, because Flatley holds the world record for tap dance. He did 28 taps a second. So I'm thinking Tim must have been spinning like mad. Anyway, I found a video of his world record tango spinning attempt. And it's on YouTube. Basically, in 1 minute, he did 30 tango spins. Because he picked a world record that nobody cares about. That the previous record was only 15 tango spin. He goes, I can break that. And now he's Tim Ferriss, world record tango holder. Okay? So, add that to your brand. Other things you can do, if you don't have a logo, get a logo. I mean, that's part of branding, right? This logo was done by Logo My Way. It cost me $99. Or you can do something like Matt Eland's, what's the other one?
Odesk Fiber.
Odesk Fiber. There's also 99 Design. 99 Design, where you just put up a bid, sell the price, and you get a whole bunch of design.
Just put a designer in business.
Yeah, 99 Design. So take some good quality photo of yourself in various poses to look professional. That always helps. Like this is one of my more famous shots. The only thing real in this photo is the people giving me money. This was taken behind a green screen, so this is actually the original shot. So that's me in the green screen, they're holding me money, and then I just use my photo editing software. I eliminate the background, and then I can put whatever background I want. So before that, it was me in all the cars, and here's me in my house of gold. Yeah. So, branding shot. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything like that. It's just something that's unique, stands out, builds your brand, and perception and assumption. It is proven that when you are seen to be associating with rich and famous people, some of the rich and famous rubs off on you. So whenever I'm around rich and famous people, I would go out of my way to try to take a picture of them. Yes, sometimes it's embarrassing to try to muscle my way in there, but I do that. All right, so here's me with a picture of Guy Kawasaki. He's one of Apple's original employees, he's a venture capitalist. That's my friend Tim Ferriss of the 4-Hour Work Week, New York Times bestselling author, and that's Michael Dell. So here you see me with a venture capitalist, a New York Times bestselling author, and a billionaire. Not a bad group of people to hang out with. I would have had Mark Zuckerberg, but my friend Schumann, he beat me to it. He actually followed him into the washroom. And next to you, hey, Mark, yeah, got a picture. He got the picture. You got the picture. Now, if you don't have access to rich and famous people, I hear There is this place in Las Vegas called Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. And I hear at this place it is possible to shake hands with Al Roker. Get a glass of wine poured for you by Wolfgang Puck. Enjoy that glass of wine with Julia Roberts, and if you're feeling really frisky, you can fill up J-Lo. Actually, I don't recommend you do that. And if you do that, say it was at the Wax Museum. The funny thing was when I posted these shots, and I said, yeah, we basically the blog was having fun at the Wax Museum, but then I started getting traffic from Google for feeling up J-Lo, which was quite neat. The ultimate way, if you want to be known as the expert, you really want to build your brand, write a book. Write a book. If you write a book, you would go from blogger to published author. And that title will elevate you above pretty much anyone in the business. Anyone. You instantly become the expert. And the great thing is you don't have to write it yourself. Like this book here, it says John Chow with Michael Kwan. Guess who wrote it?
Michael do all the work.
Michael Kwan wrote it. Exactly. I gave him my original 60 pages of notes. And I said, turn this into 30,000 words. And he did. I said, you have a choice. I can pay you your ghostwriting fee, in which case it would just be me on the byline. Or, if you want, I'll let you share my byline. We'll divide the royalties in half. And you will have your name on the book. And you will become a freelance writer who has a published book. He went for that. And now his prices has gone up because of it. Published author. It's the ultimate business card. You know, I've seen people with titanium business cards that cost like $5 a piece. I found really, really impressive. But I tell you what, someone gives you a titanium business card, I can give you my book. I blow them out the water. People throw away business cards. They don't throw away books. Right? Ricky is the daddy blogger because he wrote the book on daddy blogging. There's no way you can beat him. As simple as that. Ghostwriter, write it yourself. It's not that hard. And especially with today, like Amazon, this first book was done by a traditional New York publisher. My second book, I don't know where it went, but my second book, I did it on Amazon CreateSpace at createspace.com. Basically, service by Amazon, upload your Word document. They automatically convert it into a book format. They create the Kindle edition. They give you an ISBN number. It goes on Amazon.com, Amazon.ca. Print on demand. When someone orders one copy, Amazon prints one copy and ships it to them.
What's it called? Amazon WordSpace?
Amazon CreateSpace. CreateSpace. So basically, you can order a book, do the first run of one copy, sell it to your friend, and now you have a bestseller. Yeah, bestseller. You go. And the cool thing is, when you're the writer, like it sells on Amazon.com, and you get 30% royalty. If they buy the Kindle edition, you get 70% royalty. But as the author, you get to buy copies of your book at the publisher's price. So I could buy copies of my book, which is almost 300 pages, for $3 a book. That's cheaper than a fancy business card. Right? So if I'm going to an event, instead of bringing a business card, I would just bring a bunch of my book and pass them out, and they'll never forget who I am. Once you become a published author, you'll be amazed at the media attention you get. Because I became an author, that's me in BC Business Magazine, on the cover of the Ming Pao newspaper, Ming Pao magazine, the biggest magazine in Hong Kong or Asia. The Vancouver Sun, on the cover of the Province, Breakfast Television. So, all because, see, Tier 1 media like the Vancouver Sun and Province, they maintain a list of people they want to call on when they need a quote. See, because the newspaper, they can't give their own opinion because they're only just to do, their job is just to report the news, but they give their opinion by having someone else say it for them because they're the expert. So they have a list of who they're going to call. And generally, who they're going to call is always the person who wrote a book. So when a prophet needs a quote about blogging, they will call me up or they'll call Ricky up. They're not going to call someone because they'll say that John Chow, author of this, quote, like that. Like small credibility. And the last thing you need is a demo video. A demo video explains what you're all about. And this is basically my demo video. I just want to show it to you. It's on my About page. So you add this to your About page, and let's run it right now.
How about a dude telling you you can make millions just by blogging?
If you want to be a millionaire, how to make the money from John?
Don't tell me you can make money with social media.
In the last couple of days, I've been sharing with these people behind me my 10 years of internet marketing experience. I've just been transferring my knowledge to them. These people pay $15,000 to be here.
Be talking to John Chow, who makes money in ways that I didn't know you could make a lot of money doing this. And if you've ever wondered how it happens, he's going to explain it.
We now have grown from having a few hundred visitors a day and maybe earning $2 or $3 in AdSense to a point where we now have peaked at 5 million page views a month, and we have a staff of 10 writers.
Imagine being so excited that you can't be able to sleep at night. And the reason you can't sleep is because you discovered the power of making money online by blogging.
I really didn't believe in the blogging industry before. I didn't really see a way to make money from it. And from what John showed me, even just a few simple steps and quick slides, even with his daughter online, I'm a total believer.
The power of the .com world and how he's utilizing it very effectively and spending quality time with his little daughter.
One thing I can say about John is that this guy is genuine, he is real, and his level of ethics is one which I've never seen before.
You're one of the best of the best.
I really appreciate John.
He's giving all day. He's sitting on his blog and he's giving away stuff. He's putting away his entire system is on the blog. He's not charging a penny for this.
He has taken blogging, social media, all these tools and turned them into a money-making proposition. At a time when a lot of other companies are struggling with that whole question. How do you make money on social media?
Time and money.
You enable people to stay at home and generate money while they're sleeping.
It's absolutely brilliant. It can work while we're sleeping.
What John Chow taught me literally revolutionized the way I thought about how I speak to my customers, how do I speak to my database, and even approach them. It was literally remarkable.
Just keep on going back to johnchow.com.
He just gave me all the tools I need.
How many people here felt that this was one of the best events they've ever attended? How many of you felt that $15,000 was money well invested?
Where was John Chow, bitch?
All right, so the demo video, 1 to 3 minutes long. Stick to no more than 3 key points. Like in my case, blogger makes money online. I help people monetize their blog. I help people get traffic. Have testimonials. You notice that the majority of the video is testimonials. People live vicariously through the words and actions of others. It's one thing to say, I'm the best of the best, but have someone else say you're the best of the best. Get that done. Testimonials. It's not that hard to get a testimonial. Like I said, if you show someone something that they don't know and they generally appreciate what you just showed them, instead of saying, great, I'm leaving, ask them, do you get value from that? And they say, yes. Listen, would you mind saying that on camera? And you got a testimonial for you to use in your demo video. Always have the demo with you. Like my demos was on my iPad, it's on my phone. So if I'm at a meetup, someone's really questioning me, what is it you do, what is it you do? I go, watch this. Let them watch it, within 2 minutes, they'll know exactly what I do. So having all those stuff, the demo video, testimonials, the photograph, creating the logo, writing a book, you can make yourself an expert at pretty much anything you want. So that last thing, the last step was offer products and solutions to solve their problem. See, your readers, they have a problem. And if you can provide a solution, they will reward you handsomely for it. So when I'm looking to monetize my blog, I started like everybody else. I used a Google ad. But then you find out Google ad isn't that effective. Then I started doing other stuff. And I want to show there's 3 main vehicles that I've used that allow my blog to reach 6-figure monthly income. And I want to share with you those vehicles that I use and how you can apply to your business. Right? The first one is you have to think passive income. See, most people look at my blog, they assume the money comes from the advertising, all those banner ads you see there. The truth of the matter is the banner ads accounts for less than 10% of the blog's income. But that's what they see. In the last 5 years, I have never added any new ad space. I've never raised my prices on my banner ads, but yet my income in the blog keeps going up. It's because I do not depend on advertising to make money. Think passive income. What I mean by that is I work out deals with companies where I refer them customer and they keep paying me for it. Example, AWeber. This is my email list provider. They're like Constant Contact. They host my email list. AWeber has an affiliate program where when you refer a new customer to AWeber, AWeber will give you 30% of the customer's bill for life. So as long as this customer remains with AWeber, you will get 30% of their bill. So the first month is $1, so you get 30 cents. The next month, the bill goes to $19, so you make $5.40. And you keep making $5.40 for as long as that customer remains with AWeber. And as the list gets bigger, the bill gets bigger, and your 30% gets bigger. The biggest account I refer to AWeber, his list has gotten so big, his monthly bill is $33,500 a month. And I get 30% of that. And to this very day, I have no idea who that guy is. No idea.
So you sign up for $1? I see.
First month's $1. All right, so I started promoting AWeber back in 2009 in February, so $27. And as we've gone up, by 2011, it was up to almost $3,000. And the reason why, if you see this keeps increasing, is because I am still being paid for what I did way back when. So this keeps going up, steadily going up. Passive income. And the great thing is, it doesn't depend on my blog. If my blog gets nuked and goes off the internet, this still keeps coming in. Because these people, they're not going to quit AWeber or not become a customer because my blog's no longer around. So passive income. Another example, Lead Pages, the service I show you where I create those squeeze pages. Lead Pages has an affiliate program. They too will give you 30% of the customer's bill for life. And Lead Pages, their price point is higher. They start at $37 to $488. So your 30% is higher. So I've been promoting these guys back in November 2013, and $644 by signing up. I don't know how many customers to make $644, but that's November. And then in January, it went to $856. March last month, it went to $1,300. And the first 12 days of April is already $1,100. Because I'm still getting paid for the people I signed up back in November. So what you need to look at passive income. What kind of services that you can partner with or you can try. Like, hey, this AWeber Lead Pages is available to anybody. If you refer a customer to them, they will give you 30%.
Isn't that dependent on how many readers or how much activity your blog has, though? Not.
Depends on how many customers you send them, how many people buy, right? So that's all what it boils down to. Right. Continuity income. Continuity income is basically membership sites, and these are the examples of my membership site. They're basically products that I've created over the last few years, but every single one of them, they have a monthly membership component. So I sell the product, but I also sell memberships. I also sell a membership into my private site where I charge $47 a month. Right? That's continuous monthly income bankable income. And when I price it at $47, $37 a month, I find that it's something that they tend to forget, and that they think about canceling it, they just forget about it, and it just, by the time they cancel, it's like a year down the road. So it's really good money. These sites are created with WordPress, WP Wishlist, that is the membership script that lets the paying members in and keeps the non-paying members out. And that script costs about, I think, $97. The videos are hosted by Vimeo Pro, the sales videos hosted by YouTube, and ClickBank does the marketing program. I sell my products with ClickBank. If you wish to be one of my affiliates and sell my products, you get 50% of the money. And I'll gladly give 50% of the money because the money is in the back end. See, when you're one of my affiliates, right, and you sell my product, you get 50%, but then I get the customer. And I can market to that customer over and over again, and that's where the real money is. All right. And the last thing, actually, let me show you here. This is my latest product. I am John Chow. And all the other previous product, what we did was we sold the product and then we upsell them into the monthly continuity. For this last launch, we went continuity from the very get-go, $47 a month continuity right from the get-go. And then we upsell them to a $67 single product, because continuity income is what I'm after, passive income is what I'm after. And we have over 1,000 people paying $47 a month doing that. The last thing, then this has made the biggest difference in my income, big ticket sales, stuff that costs more than $1,000. Most products on the internet are relatively cheap, like ClickBank product, $97, $37. And yeah, they're great and stuff, but if you want to get into the real big money, big ticket item, let's give an example. Which is easier to make $100,000, do you think? Selling a $10 ebook or a $10,000 mastermind? See, to make $100,000 with a $10 ebook, you need to sell 10,000 copies. Or you can sell 10 masterminds. Both will get you $100,000. But it's a lot easier to sell a $10,000 mastermind. Yes, it takes more work, it takes more effort, but it doesn't take 1,000 times more effort. It might take 3, 4, 5, it might take 10 times, but it won't take 1,000 times, and yet that's the effect. One is 1,000 times more expensive.
What's mastermind? Can you tell what that is?
A mastermind is what you see here. Well, you saw that demo video where I said these people have paid $15,000. That was a mastermind. That was a mastermind. So the mastermind, or the big ticket item, is now accounts for more than half my income. Product that costs over $2,000 and more. The sales are not as frequent as, say, a $10 ebook, but when you're adding $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to your bank account, you don't need too many of those to make money. Like this art gallery, how many 15-grand paintings do you need to sell a month to, one a day will be pretty good, wouldn't it? 15-grand painting, right? Or you can try to sell a $100 painting, which is easier. One, you're gonna need a lot more inventory, a lot more space, but you just a 15-grand painting, don't take as much inventory, a lot less. So what I do is I set up what's called an ascension model. The ascension model is taking the customer and just pushing them through my sales funnel of various products that I offer. So I start off by giving them a free ebook. That's how you lure them in, a free ebook. And then I try to sell them on a low-level $49 product. The low-level product is not to make money. The low-level product is just to get a customer. Because once I got the customer, once the customer gets to know me and they get to trust me, they will spend more money with me. So I offer them a $49 product. I offer them web hosting, HostGator, make $150 doing that. I offer them my blog on John Chow product. I offer them Aweber, lead pages. These here are the passive income product where I get 30% of the bill. And then I got my high ticket item, License Right, Inner Circle, $300 a month, and I got my 2 Titanium and Platinum Mastermind, $9,000 and $15,000. $15,000 Mastermind is next month. It's going to be in Costa Rica, May 7th to the 14th, and we have 200 people going, and they pay $15,000 to be there each. And these 2 items here, this is 60% of my income, high-ticket items. If you don't have a high-ticket offering in your product mix, you need to get one. It's a lot less work. It's a lot less inventory. You don't have to, you have a choice. You can go with scale, or you can go with magnitude. See, most sites can't do scale. They cannot get as big as a Huffington Post. Ideally, you want both scale and magnitude, then you're Apple. But most people can't do scale. It's just very, very hard. It takes a lot of money, a lot of marketing to get to the size of Huffington Post. So, but what you could do is you go for magnitude. You just sell really, really high-ticket items. And you do that by forming a relationship, establishing trust, and offering them products and solutions to solve their problem. And that's what I do. Right? So a few final tips. Be consistent. When I started my blog, for the first 5 years of the blog's life, I averaged 2 blog posts a day every single day. There was not a single day in the blog's life where it did not have at least 1 blog post. And it's this level of consistency that will get you to where you want to go. Always deliver value. The amount of money you make is directly proportional to the amount of value you deliver. Like those $15,000 mastermind, we deliver a ton of value. No one goes out there thinking I got ripped off. How many people felt $15,000 was money well invested? Hands went up. Don't do this. Always work on your brand. It's all about branding. I mean, branding is what will separate you from the other 100 million bloggers out there. Right? So get your logo, get a custom design, stand out, get a book, or just write an article for a magazine. You'll be published. And especially Trade Magazine, because Trade Magazine don't accept any articles because they don't have a writing staff. All their articles are submitted. Okay? Don't do it all yourself. You know, most people feel me as a one-man blog, but actually I do have 3 writers who write for me. I have a server admin. If I were to wait until I learn how to set everything up, like I'm not a coder, I can't design worth a damn, but you find people who can help you and set it up. Because success is a team sport. It's not a single person sport. Treat this like a real business. And yes, why JohnChow.com started as my hobby, it is a full-fledged legal business. I mean, it's fully incorporated, it has its own corporate bank account, it has its own accounts and everything. So you treat it as a business. And the reason most people fail is because they don't treat the blog as a business. They figure, oh, it only cost me $10 for a domain name, WordPress was free, I'll try it out, and if it doesn't work, well, I'll just blame John and I'll go on my life. But yet, you know, if it's done correctly, a blog can turn into a multi-million-dollar operation. But you have to take it seriously. And lastly, don't take things too seriously. Too many people concentrate on the end road, you know, the final goal. And while that's great, it's the journey along the way that's the most fun, right? So on your journey to success, take time to smell the roses and enjoy the journey, because that's where the fun really is. Right? Thank you very much.